The payments are the result of applying the recipient's strategies on the incomes of the bookings in a statement. The payments are the way for the system to show you how much each recipient should earn for each statement. Ultimately, creating the payments will give you the detailed statistics within the accounting that will help you keep track of the real earnings generated per property, per concept, and per recipient at all times. Let's take a look at creating a payment. Remember that you can only create payments if you have created your recipients, as the strategy of every recipient is what the system needs to know in order to pull out the numbers for each payout. First, you want to go to Accounting, then Statements, then open up the statement for which you'd like to create a payment. Keep in mind that payments can only be created from inside a statement. From the statement, move over to Payments. Navigate to the lower right, then click Create Payment. The first step is to indicate who will be receiving the money. You will only be able to create a payment for someone if they are a recipient. Next, navigate to the lower right and click Show Actions. Then add item. Fill out all the information for the payment, such as the concept type, rental, and description. When you're done, click Save. Next, it will show you the result of applying the recipient strategy on the income of the statement. Check that everything is correct, and if not, you can edit any details in this view. If all is okay, click on Show Actions. Then click on Looks Good, Create Payment. And that's it. You've created your first payment. To make sure all money included in the corresponding statement is paid to someone, you will need to create a payment for all the recipients that take part in the operations of the reservation included in the corresponding period statement. This should always include you as a rental manager or vacation rental agency. It could usually include rental owner, cleaning company, check-in agent, maintenance company, and so forth. For this, you will have to go back to the statement and follow the same steps again. If you would like to manually add, edit, or delete parts of the payment, this could be done before clicking on the Looks Good Create Payment button, but also after saving it, meaning that you can edit it at any time needed. You can also add attachments to a payment. Lastly, you can generate invoices for your payments. Make sure not to generate any invoice until you're fully sure that things are accounted correctly in every payment. You can view or edit directly from the payment section. You will also have the option to mark as paid, export, or delete the payment. Above the payments list, you will also have the option to quickly view those that have been unpaid or use the filter option. The export option emails an Excel copy of the statement to the logged-in user if you are not prompted for a recipient. Payments that are highlighted with the background color are those that have not been paid. Once you click the View button for the payment, you will be able to see various tabs. First is the Overview tab. You can view a breakdown of the payment such as payment value, rental value, and fees, along with totals. Your Partial Payments tab. If there are any partial payments for the statements, they will be shown here. Your Attachments tab. You could add attachments relating to the statement in this area by clicking on the Choose Files button. All attachments will be visible here. Your Invoice tab is where you will create invoices for your statements by filling out the required information, such as the language of the invoice, the receiver of the invoice, if to include VAT, and the issue date. There will also be an option to download or email the invoice. You can also pick the language to download the invoice as well. Next, your Recipient Information tab. This tab displays the additional information that is entered for a recipient apart from their name and email address. For example, legal information and footer information for invoices. And finally, your Strategy tab. This tab displays the strategy for the recipient of the payment. You can edit the strategy by clicking below here.